quick little podcast, screencast, whatever you want to call it, with Christine King, and we're talking about the pedagogical structure, which one does not belong. A lot of people definitely consider it a routine, but it is a structure that we can utilize to help build and extend student thinking. So this strategy promotes understanding of mathematical reasoning, analysis, justification. Um, and it applies or puts into practice mathematical practice one, make sense of problems and persevere in solving them. Number three, construct viable arguments and critique the reasoning of others. And seven, look for and make use of structure. All of these mathematical practices are involved. Additionally, it's a comparison type of strategy, and comparison is one of the most powerful and natural forms of human thinking. So we can compare sets of data, similarities and differences, and you're trying to think about drawing conclusions. Okay. So in terms of the overview, so they're shown a set of mathematical expressions, problems, tables, sketches, whatever. They must then examine the set and compare, looking for common attributes, properties, characteristics, and then they can decide on which one doesn't belong, and they should explain their thinking. This can be done either independently or in terms of a group setting. This is great for online work because then you could show a group a particular set and have them come together in a small breakout group room and then discuss what doesn't belong and what does. They can also think about the idea of creating sets, identify important characteristics and principles of the mathematics, select or develop 3 or 4 items. The minimum would be 3. Generally, it's 4. You also want to think about, sometimes you can think about, there's this one particular one that doesn't belong, but you can also try to put a set together thinking about what would happen if all of them didn't belong. A great example of this is this particular site. It's wodb.ca for Canada. It's for which one doesn't belong. .ca for Canada because they are this group is from Canada that put this together. But they have which one doesn't belong in terms of you can look at shapes and have conversations around that with real world applications. It's a great routine to really get that thinking going. There are also which one doesn't belong in terms of numbers and all kinds of different numbers that you can utilize. Sorry to make anyone dizzy there. There are also graphs, and this is great for high school, especially in 8th grade and beyond. You can definitely look at that, like which one doesn't belong and why. There's a whole collection right there. And there are also incomplete sets. And thinking about what would I put in that particular set. Now, part of the reason I love this page and I love this routine is there's a book called Which One Doesn't Belong, a shapes book. You can check that out, but you can also create your own Which One Doesn't Belong and submit it, and they might include it in their website. This is not only great for teachers to do as a practice to really think about what's going on with a collection, but it's also great for students to do and get involved with. Imagine when you put these all together and a few of your kids were accepted and how excited that they would be. Check it out. So one of the things that you want to do is which one doesn't belong in action. You want to visually present a set via the whiteboard or a large index card or chart paper or on screen, a slide. You're going to ask the learners, the scholars to analyze the thinking, identify which one does not belong, the exception you might say, and they have to justify and prove their reasoning. So here's an example that you might use of which one doesn't belong, and it's taken from Math Tools. So that's one. Here's another one, which one doesn't belong, and you might think about why that one doesn't belong. Here's yet another one, which one doesn't belong. Here's another one that you can think about. There are a bunch of different things that you could do. As I said, the minimum would be 3 particular choices, and but I would go as high as 5, as you see. But if you went to the website, which one doesn't belong, they have 4 choices in all. Either way, Enjoy. It's a powerful strategy, can really get you into some deeper and richer mathematical conversations, and could really get your kids thinking and talking. Enjoy.